white, okay? So yeah, this whole little thing can't even make nothing but 2 omelets. Miss NurtureRight. See, we can get her nurturing. Okay. Oh my God, look at the eggs. But we're gonna be taking it back too. That's what we got this here for see. What's up, everybody? Yes, it's me, Mike, here at the Urban Suburban Homestead, and yes, we are in the house, okay? Because why? The babies are here, okay? So we got these quail from Bryant's Rooster, or Bryant's Roost, and I did contemplate getting them from my Shire Farms and everything, but you know, they were sold out of the ones that I actually wanted, so I ended up finding these feather sexable quail eggs from Bryant's Roost. And excuse how I look right now because I had to rush in here from work. So before I started recording this video, I kind of got everything together right here, and we got the eggs, which is the Egyptian Coturnix Quail Eggs and also the Pharaoh Coturnix Quail Eggs, and they are both feather sexable. And I want to do that because these are going to be the quails that's going to initially start off our Govee that we're gonna have, you know. And so pretty much the males I think are the Egyptian and the females are the Pharaohs, and so we're definitely going to mate them because all the males should come out as Egyptian, so they should breed well and be true to breed, okay? So every female should be a Pharaoh and every male should be an Egyptian, okay? And I think I said that right, you know what I'm saying? We'll correct it if it ain't right, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, okay? So here we go right here. We got our eggs from Bryant's Roost, and I'm gonna turn the box to the side because of why, you know, we got our address on there. But it came shipped here in this little box, okay? And it got the little tape on there. But I want y'all to see that I got the NurtureRight. Devil and I was over here at Tractor Supply, and they had one that had just been returned, and they had it for a nice little discount here. And you know we like a good sale, okay? Now I did have this actual one right here, which is the Cluckrun. I know it's upside down, but y'all see it, okay? It's the Cluckrun. I'm gonna return that back to Amazon because why? We hear that NurtureRight is the best one to incubate any kind of chicken eggs and all that. It comes with the candler, also the humidifier. It has an automatic egg turner, and so you know we wanted to go with that brand because why? You know, it's like pay now, pay later, okay? You can buy, you know, 5 Cluckruns. Not saying it don't work, you know what I'm saying, but it might tear up a little bit more quicker, you know what I'm saying, instead of going ahead and spending the money and getting what you need. And plus, like I said, this was on sale, so why not go ahead and get, you know what I'm saying, luxury, okay, when you can. Especially when it's discounted and ain't been touched. So what we're going to do right now is go ahead and kind of unbox these eggs, sit them with the pointed side down, let them rest for a while, and then I'm going to be also unboxing the NurtureRight 360 right here because why? We need to make sure we know how to work this thing before we get to putting some eggs up in here later tonight. Alright. So here we go. We're gonna start with our incubator here, and like I said, it was reduced down about $100, okay? So let's go ahead and unbox Miss NurtureRight. See if we can get her nurturing. Okay. See how she nurtures the girl. Okay, that's a pretty nice size. This thing pretty big, yeah. So boom, as you can see, has the dome where you can see all the eggs in here. Okay, let's move this out of the way here. And so, yes, let's turn it around so we can see. So, this is the NurtureRight 360. It has the candler here so we can see if the eggs were actually fertile whenever it gets to right before lockdown. Also, we have our place where we can check the temperature and the humidifier, humidity here as well. And also, it has, you know, days that you can program on here too. So, like I said, we're gonna test this out and see what's going on and go from there. Okay. So that's that for the NurtureRight 360. Let's get over here to these here eggs, okay? So we got our eggs here. And let us see. It's packaged pretty good. Okay. So it came with this little thing that tells you like, okay, the source you got it from, the date that you putting these in the actual machine, the day they hatch, also the day you remove the turner, the different temperature degrees for the different types of things, the button quail, Coturnix quails, also chickens. We're going to be doing Coturnix quails, so it's going to be 17 to 18 days for hatching. But, you know, if you're doing chickens, it's 21 days. For turkeys, it's 28 days, and ducks. And for button quails, it's 17 days. We want to keep the humidity between 40 and 60 and have an average temperature of 99.5 degrees Fahrenheit in this here NurtureRight, okay, whenever we're incubating these. So, remove the turner 3 days before hatching and raise the humidity, which is pretty much what we're going to be doing in this thing right here. And yeah. So let's look at these here eggs, baby. Oh my God, look at the eggs. Y'all see them. Oh my God. It is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So it's 14 eggs in here. And we ordered 12, so that's a good thing that they sent more. Yes, so these are our quail eggs, our babies right here. Okay. Okay. Okay, so they already pointed side down, okay? So you want to keep these pointed side down. And so I'm happy that they sent more than what we ordered, because that'll give us a much better chance to have more chicks whenever they do come. So yeah, like I said, I'm excited about that right there, because wow, we got us some babies right here. And one of the reasons why we want to do the quails is because we definitely wanted to add a protein and a meat source out here to the homestead, because we don't know what's coming up ahead of us, you know, with the times that's going on with the recession that's potentially going to happen. And so we definitely want to make sure that we was ahead of the game with having, you know, a meat source along to go with all the produce and stuff that we got out here at the garden. A lot of times we find ourselves just going over to the grocery store just to get meat and like dairy products and things like that, which dairy is not good for you, okay? Because yeah. So but I'm excited that we got these Coturnix Quail Eggs, because why? They'll be able to provide what we need to be self-sustainable out here in the event of, okay? So it's better to what is it? It's better to have and not need than to need and not have, okay? And so that's where we are with the things, okay? So I'm excited about that. We got our NurtureRight 360 right here that we're gonna be getting plugged up. But as of right now, I'm gonna let these eggs sit for a little while, and then as we test this out and troubleshoot this, we'll get going, you know what I'm saying, with the rest of the video. Okay. So we got it on right here. This is our NurtureRight. Let's see. You press the plus and the minus, you can see if it turns. Oh, it's turning. So we know that works there. Okay. You come here. You can put the days that you want on here. Okay. I gotta play around with this a little bit more, okay? Oh, that's the candler. Okay. So over here is where you have the degrees and also how many days you want to program it for. And over here is where you have your humidity gauge, okay? Right here is where you're gonna do your humidity, like the initial goes in the A, and then when you put it on lockdown, you're gonna put it in B, okay? And raise the temperature in here, okay? So far it looks like it's working pretty good. And so yeah, we're gonna let these eggs get settled in and all that. And yeah, we'll get these things in here later on today. Okay. Okay, so I figured this out. You press and hold. Let's move this up here. You press and hold the menu button for 3 seconds, and then you're able to program it to what you need it to be, okay? Alright, it beeps and it starts blinking. We got this at 99.5. Next, we want to subtract our days to 18 here. And then our humidity. We need to figure out how to bring our humidity down, okay? So we'll troubleshoot that too. Yeah. So I wanted to show y'all something real quick because Delvin and I was talking about, you know, it might be too many eggs. So, hey, do a comparison. It's going to take about 3 of these quail eggs to equal 1 chicken egg. And this is brown and white, okay? So, yeah. This whole little thing can't even make nothing but 2 omelets. Child. Yeah, so the quail eggs and the chicken eggs, the comparison is, yeah, you're gonna need about 3 of these to make up about 1 of these, the way I see it. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, so here we go right here. We also got our Govee here. I also brought this, I done turned it upside down. Govee here, bad marketing, child. Send me a link. Anywho, to add extra, you know what I'm saying, protection on the humidity and the temperature in here, because sometimes these read a little bit inaccurate. As you can see, it's fluctuating with the numbers. And so for us to have a different type of situation here, not different type of situation, but a different type of humidifier here, hygrometer, I want to put this in there to make sure that we have the right everything going for the quail. Okay. All right, so let's see if we can add a little water. So here we are. Excuse the way I look because I just woke up, okay? Straight like that, brushed my teeth and just got on this camera. A little disappointed in this here NurtureRight, okay? Because it is not giving what it needs to be gave, and yeah, it's not heating up, okay? So I actually went to sleep for about 5 or 6 hours and it's still at the same degree. So what we decided to do was I plugged up the Cluckrun, okay? Because, you know, we was gonna send the girl back. But she seems to be immediately heating up, which is what this NurtureRight should have been doing. And so by the, you know, sheer nature of this whole machine here, it should be, you know, giving instant results, you know, being the fact that it's one of the premier products on the market. But I think this one's a dud, okay? I ain't gonna count all of them out, but, you know, our experience, you know, it was discounted, so that's probably the reason why the other people brought it back. But we're gonna be taking it back too. That's why we got this here receipt. Okay. So the only thing that's gonna be going on here is the receipt, pretty much, because yeah, we gotta get our money back for this, and we're gonna go ahead and go on this Cluckrun, because why? We gotta get these eggs in here so they can be, you know, rotating and, you know what I'm saying, marinating. Alright, so Yeah, this one instantly heated up the Cluckrun over here. It instantly got to temperature, the right humidity. Is even warm. This one's been cold. And so this is the one that we're gonna go with right here, okay? So press and hold the down arrow for 3 seconds to turn it. So yeah, we know she works, okay? The girl works, okay? You can stop now. Hold on. Alright. Alright. And then press and hold this for 3 seconds for the candler. Okay. Alright. And we already got the temperature source. So right now, it's like a 3-degree difference from the temperature up here, which is set at 100, and this is at 97.4. And the humidity is at 47 here, but it's 42 on the Govee. So we're trying to keep it between 40 and 60 for the humidity because we don't want to steam these eggs, okay? We want these eggs to, you know what I'm saying, hatch into little chicks. Little quail, little Govee. So we got some water in here in A, so we can start the humidity because the humidity was dropping because this was starting to get hot. So pretty much in a few moments, we're gonna come back here and we're going to put the eggs in this here Cluckrun because this is the one we're gonna go with while we send the other one back. Yeah, so here we go right here. You know, pretty much, like I said, we had to go ahead and do a little switcheroo between the NurtureRight 360 and also the Cluckrun. Right now, the Cluckrun is running functionally all the way to the course of what we need it to be. It's currently at like 49% humidity, and also it's at 99.6 according to the Govee Hygrometer. I think that's what it is. Child, y'all know. So anywho, yeah, so pretty much we are going to be doing putting the eggs in here right now because we got at the right temperature. And reason why I'm kind of going ahead and putting them in there now because Dylan and I have to go out of town, and so we're gonna have to lock these things down right before we go out of town. And we're gonna put an actual cam on it so we can see if they are hatching while we're gone. Well, we're gonna be gone for like 48 hours to go see my nephew and my sister, and so, you know, pretty much we're gonna go see her family, and want to make sure that we have these eggs in here in enough time for them to be able to do what they need to be done, and so that they can be able to hatch and give us some nice little chickies. And I did figure out what it was. The Egyptians are the hens and the roosters are the pharaohs, okay? And so that's what we're going to be doing. These are going to be feather sexable. The hens are going to have spackles on their chest, and the males are going to have like a solid color smooth chest. And so that's how we're going to be able to know which are which whenever they hatch, because they're going to be true to color and to their genders. They should be, okay? I think it's like a 99 point something% rate that it may not be like a 1% off, but they should hatch true to the males and the females. So that's the one good thing about having this right here. Okay, so yeah, we got our eggs here. Okay, so nice. I have not cleaned these off because I don't really know what I'm doing, so I don't want to mess nothing up. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume that these were clean lays, okay? And you know, more I learn about this, we'll get better with the hatching and stuff. But this is our first time around, and we're gonna get through this together, okay? So let me go ahead and reposition the camera. We're gonna get all the way up into it. All right. All right. So we're gonna take these out of here one by one. Hopefully so boom, that's one of our quail eggs. so today is March the 16th. It's approximately like 4 p.m. Okay, and so we just now put our quail eggs into the incubator, and yes, we're gonna have to see what happens. So what's gonna happen is I'm gonna figure out, is this like an automatic turner, or does it, you know, do we have to manually turn this? Because if we do, we have to do it like every like 4 to 6 hours, or at least, you know what I'm saying, 8 to 12 hours, something like that. So that'll be good, you know, a couple times a day, a few times a day, to go ahead and get these turned, so that way they're not getting the yolks and stuff stuck to the side of the egg, and we can make sure that we can have some nice, you know what I'm saying, uniform quail with no deformities and the things. Okay, so you know, I'm excited about this because, well, this is like the, you know, next journey to our homesteading, and you know, we're adding new additions and things like that, and everything is growing and sprouting out in the garden. Some been eating the cucumbers, not cucumbers, but the watermelon. So I'm gonna have to figure out what that is, but we're gonna go ahead and plant a couple more. Okay, so I want you all to stay tuned, because wow, we're gonna stay locked in on this here journey. Okay.